everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday League again today. This is the opening round of Season 5 2020, Round 1, Tier 1, and we're racing at Spa in the Aston Martin DP100s and Aston Martin Vulcans. A quick walk through the grid today. On pole position we have Alex, our reigning Sunday League champion. In second place today we have Gadget, making a guest appearance. I do believe this was his car choice for this track. In third place today we have Hit the Mac, the fastest running Aston Martin Vulcan, best qualifying should I say. In fourth place we have Flapjack, race winner of the final round of last season. Fifth place we have Mr. Sean. In sixth place we have myself, DJ Rice. In seventh place today we have Bullet. In eighth place today MJR Mercer. And in ninth place today we have JC. A short grid today for the opening round of the season. Let's see how we get on. So here we are then for round 1 of season 5 at Spa, Drivers Room Sunday League. Tier 1 about to get underway. Alex on pole, reigning Drivers Room Sunday League champion, and he does get away well off the start line. Looks like Hit the Mac has had a poor start in the Vulcan, the rear wheel drive not doing him any favours off the start line there, as Alex does lead everyone through in the lead out of turn 1, and that is myself. Had a really poor start there by the looks of it, falling right back to the back of the pack there. 9th place now. Alex is cleanly away up onto the Kemmel straight. Looks like he's broken the toe from Gadget behind already, as Flapjack is putting Gadget under pressure, and Mr. Sean running in 4th, JC in 5th. Hit the Mac recovering now in 6th after that poor start. Very, very difficult car to drive. Most drivers opting for the DP100. So a few drivers making places up at the start there. So Flapjack up into 3rd spot. JC up into 4th place from 9th on the grid. Really good start from JC, really starting to find some speed now. Mr. Sean down to 5th, so it looks like JC's got a move done somewhere. The Mac still running in 6th. So Mr. Sean's closing the gap on JC in the braking zone there. Little nudge, bumper to bumper there. And this has allowed Hit the Mac to close up behind. That is a Bullet running wide in the background there, I think. And that is Mac around the outside. And Mr. Sean fights back straight away with a better exit there, moves himself back up into 5th. So Mac just not being able to find a way past at the moment, as he runs wide there through Ronchima, I think. It's Alex leading the way at the end of lap 1, quite a healthy lead early in the race. Gadget crossing the line in 2nd place, Flapjack in 3rd, JC doing a good job. Looks like he's opened up the gap to Mr. Sean again, 4th and 5th respectively, as it looks like Mercer's got a move done on Hit the Mac in the braking zone of La Source. Mac down to 7th place now, needs a good run through Eau Rouge. He should be able to get a move done if he can keep this tidy, but both the Aston Martin Vulcans finding themselves fighting each other on track at the moment. Bullet not that far behind. But yeah, Mac is right in the gearbox of Mercer as he goes to the inside, and he just can't slow the car down in time, and ends up getting a track reset there, as Mercer also overshoots his braking point, as does myself in the background there as well. These cars extremely heavy. I think a few drivers, including myself, getting caught out by the time it takes to slow these cars down in the braking zone. As Sean and JC continue their fight for 4th and 5th place. Mr. Sean just closing in the braking zone again there. So JC's trying to dissipate some of his penalty as Mr. Sean moves to the inside. It's a clean move, but JC cuts right back, gets himself straight back up into 4th place. Fantastic fight between these two at the moment. JC doing enough to hold on to 4th place for now. Then J.R. Mercer just finding some consistency now, picking up the speed, closing the gap in 6th place. And Bullet still not that far behind in 7th. McLaren in 8th, myself in 9th. Alex crossing the line now. End of lap 3, 2 minute 14.8, 2 minute 14.6. Gadget's maybe just starting to reel him in a little bit now. Flapjack still running in 3rd. And I think JC's had an incident somewhere. He's fallen back to 6th place. So he was ahead of Mr. Sean. We've got Mercer up to 5th place now as well, so we missed that. I think JC just ran wide somewhere. Dropped right back down to 6th place now. He's got Bullet right on his tail and in the slipstream. Again, obviously a popular place to overtake at the end of the Kemble Straight. Don't think Bullet is close enough. And if JC is getting a tow from up ahead, he should be safe. Going into the braking zone. Goes purple in the opening sector there. Not much in the opening sector though. To be fair, Bullet running 7th from back in 8th. Still in a lowly 9th position at the moment. So we'll just give the race leader a bit of airtime, as there's not much going on at the front of this race. Very consistent driving as always. As I say, Alex, our reigning Sunday League champion, had a very, very close fought battle with Martin B up until the end, and Martin B just narrowly missing out on the championship, finishing 2nd to Flapjack in the final race of the season. So hopefully Martin B not racing today, but hopefully back again this season, as it has been an enthralling watch so far. Alex doing the business at the moment in 1st place. Gadget in 2nd. Looks like Flapjack's finding some pace now. 2 minute 15.6 on the last lap. So a 2nd slower, but the start of this lap seems to have really closed the gap up to Gadget. So I don't know if Gadget's had made a mistake somewhere. Flapjack really starting to close in now. Come up to the end of lap 3. And just looking up ahead, I think, yeah, Alex diving into the pits, Gadget diving into the pits as well. So 6, not even 7 minutes into the race, and you've got the top 2 opt into pit early on. So Flapjack should comfortably take the lead of the race. And just looking at the fuel gauge and tyre wear, these obviously cars very, very heavy, not too kind on their tyres, and very, very thirsty as well. As Alex rejoins the race in 2nd place for now. I don't think he took much fuel on there though, so just looking for Gadget falling right back down the grid. So yeah, no fuel taken on at that stop for Alex. Rejoins in 2nd. Mr. Sean running in 3rd, not pitted yet. MJ Mercer up to 4th place now, doing well, dragging that Vulcan round. Bullet running in 5th, still very close to Mercer. And yeah, Gadget rejoining the race in 6th place and opting for the racing softs for this stint. I didn't notice. I should have noticed, but didn't pay attention to the starting tyre. But Gadget on a harder compound. The nose around him. Himself still running on the super softs, haven't pitted yet. And JC out from a fresh pit stop in 8th place now on the fresh rubber. As we have a look at the front now, as Alex has really closed the gap up on Flapjack, struggling on the worn tyres. Alex just takes a look up the inside and gets that move done pretty comfortably. I don't think there's a lot Flapjack can do at this stage of the race. So he's just trying to benefit from a little bit of tow. Alex, Alex has gone for the softest compound. So maybe a lot of short stints, multiple pit stops, maybe the way forward, as you just seem to hemorrhage a lot of time throughout the lap. It's really bad tyre wear on the front left, in particular Flapjack's car. And a little bit further back we've got some action between, as Bullet did just get ahead of Mercer on the graphic, but looks like Mercer's done enough to fight back to retain 4th place, as Flapjack does pit from 2nd place now, and Mercer's just struggling to slow the car down there and just peeling off into the pits as well. So this has released Gadget in 4th place now, up into 3rd on the graphic. Bullet opting to stay out again for another lap, as the graphic jumping all over the place at the moment. But yeah, Gadget finds himself in some clean air now, needs to make the most of this if he is going to take this race to Alex today, as with all said and done. Oh, Mr. Sean running well in 2nd place also, notorious for very good tyre wear, and he's got the harder compound working for him. I suppose purple there. The opening of lap 5, so definitely finding some pace now, and could very much get himself in amongst the top 3. Obviously he's 2nd at the moment. I think he's definitely on course for a podium today. This Bullet running in 4th place. JC still out in the fresh rubbers, needs to try and get ahead of Bullet as soon as possible. Flapjack also pitting from 2nd place now, finds himself in a bit of traffic, not ideal. As Flapjack probably well in the fight for a podium today. As Bullet doing a good job, as the commentators going to say, doing a good job holding JC up there, but just runs wide, allows JC through, and Flapjack takes advantage as well. And again, I don't think there's a lot Bullet can do at this stage of the race, as they are on different strategies and the tyre wear are at completely 2 opposite ends of the scale, as Flapjack goes side by side with JC through a couple of corners, just about giving each other enough room. They're very difficult to do that at high speed in these cars. This fight carries on. Flapjack running really wide there. Does have the inside coming up to the bus stop though, is not quite close enough. JC slows the car down well, and that is Mr. Sean in for his first pit stop of the race. So really good first stint there from Sean, as JC goes out, and that allows Flapjack to slip through and has the inside coming up to the source. It's going to be good on the brakes, good exit. Can JC cut back and fight back through Eau Rouge? Good position now, just needs to keep it neat and tidy onto the Kendall straight like always, and benefit from that toe. See how Flapjack does here. There's a huge chunk of curb taken through those corners from JC, and looks like he's already ahead. Maybe slightly tactical from Flapjack there. I don't think he's going to have enough time to slingshot back out of the slipstream. JC does really well there, good exit, and moves himself back up into which is now 3rd place now. Mr. Shaw making his pit stop. Another set of racing softs going on for Sean, and rejoins in 5th place. Hit the Mac settling down now. He's got himself some clean air. He just sets himself a new personal best. MJR Mercer rejoins in 7th place now after his first pit stop. Myself in 8th place, and Bullet's just rejoined in 9th. Alex well out in the lead of this race now. Very low on fuel. Gadget just under half a tank. As we switch back to this battle between 3rd place JC and 4th place Flapjack. Flapjack's much better tyre wear. That's a big incident there from JC. That is a shame. Just couldn't hold on to it as Mr. Sean flashes through now. struggling to recover that car. Next car off down the track has hit the Mac. Yeah, huge incident there from JC. He was running really well. As we've got our race leader, Awesome Alex, pitting from first place. Yeah, that is a shame, but as released Flapjack, really needs to get on with it now. I feel Flapjack's in a bit of a fight with Mr. Sean for third place. Mr. Sean in a really good position, but Gadget coming through. Start lap 7 over the start-finish line now. See how close he is to Alex. As that sounds like Alex just coming out of the pit exit now to take on 50% of fuel, and this is very close between the leaders, and Gadget does just about get himself ahead and into the lead of the race. Albeit maybe temporarily. You see the tyre wear difference between two cars there, with their strategies a little bit offset at the moment, as Alex just muscles his way through over the top of Radion. So yeah, just getting dirty tyres there. He's got to be careful with the braking zone here, as just taking an excursion across the grass is not what you need. Gadget doing enough in the carbon fibre Aston Martin, and holds on to first place for now. And I say that, and straight away we're into Rivage. Alex takes first place. He should have a superior grip. See round the corners, like Pouhon coming up. He should really start to extend his lead. Gadget just needs to just try and stay in touching distance for now, just over the halfway mark of the race. So the strategy is just playing out a little bit differently at the moment. It should all come together around the next couple of rounds of pit stops. Flapjack running in a solid third place at the moment, so Mr. Sean close behind on a differing strategy, and he has got Flapjack in his sights now, so starting to close down as the tyre wear for Flapjack is kicking in. And just flashing back there, Mercer's had a huge incident into the wall there. Oh, we'll have to take a look back at that. Positions changing all over the place. That's allowed myself into the top 5 as Max sneaks through as well. But let's have a quick look back. So just joining the action a little bit further back with Mercer running really well in 5th place, and just coming up to Pouhon now. Just puts a wheel on the AstroTurf, sends the car into a spin, and as he does that, goes out. JZ has a massive moment, spears off into the barrier, and as Mercer unghosts, he collects Bullet, who in turn punts Mercer into the wall. But yeah, absolute carnage at the back there, at the halfway point. Mercer running really well in the Vulcan up until that point. Got Bullet running with a little bit of damage there. So he just collected Mercer on the way through, hit the Mac, managed just about to get through that unscathed. Finds himself in clean air again in 6th place now, and myself in 5th, due a pit stop soon. But definitely benefiting massively from all that carnage. A quick run through the grid again. Only 9 runners today, but it's been pretty action-packed so far. Alex leading the way again in first place, absolutely chucking it through Eau Rouge, and I don't think anyone's got an answer for him for today. Gadget on a differing strategy, but I feel he is falling back now. Got an interesting battle, so this might well culminate with 2nd, 3rd and 4th getting very, very close together towards the end of this race. Yeah, it could be very, very interesting. All very close together on track now, and all very different tyre wears and fuel levels, as Mr. Sean is looking pretty good at the moment, over half a tank of fuel and really good wear and getting good speed out of those softs, which is the main thing. So yeah, running well in 4th for the moment. Myself still running in 5th. I imagine Hit the Mac should start to close that gap up ahead. Slightly better tyre wear, because I think just coming towards the end of a stint. Struggling around the slower corners at the moment. Hit Mac still a race of recovery for Mac, as he's had a few incidents today. For a pretty poor launch as was bound to happen in that car. 2 laps in, had a track reset. So chasing down the top 5 at the moment. Bullet running in clear air in 7th now. Pretty good for fuel at the moment. Tyre wear not too bad. JC recovering in 8th place and Mercer recovering in 9th. As Alex comes through to start lap 9, setting a personal best as well, going purple, 2 minute 13.6. We've got a few pit stops behind, so Flapjack and Gadget choosing to pit at the end of lap 8. Mr. Sean carrying on for another lap, so should take 2nd place comfortably for the moment. See what sort of gap he can maintain over Flapjack and Gadget. See how close Flapjack and Gadget are when they leave the pits. So it's only about a second between them before that pit stop. Gadget 65% of fuel for Gadget and opting for the super softs, and Flapjack taking on a huge amount of fuel there. Should see him to the end of the race. Probably have to pit again with 4 tyres, but Gadget with a healthy gap back to Flapjack now, as Flapjack taking on a substantial amount of fuel. You've got myself there pitting, so that has released. Hit the Mac now to see what you can do in 5th. I think the top 4 are just a little bit too far down the road now, as a Bullet comes through in 6th place. Should be good for another lap or 2, I feel. JC coming through in to take 7th, as it's got myself coming out 100% of fuel. Good to the end of the race for fuel. Again, probably have to stop for tyres. And MJR Mercer taking on a lot of fuel as well, ready to rejoin in 9th. It's 20 minutes in now, and doesn't seem to be anything that can stop this guy, as he continues his dominant form from season 1. And again, with a pole and fastest lap, if he does bring this home for the race win as well. You cannot start your season off any better, although has picked up a penalty, so does miss out on the 3-point clean race bonus that we run in the Sunday League, and peels off onto the pits at the end of lap 9. We'll see how close Mr. Sean is, but Mr. Sean just a bit of tyre wear kicking in now. I don't think he's close enough to be ahead, but he does peel off into the pits anyway, so this is going to be close between Sean and Gadget, as Gadget had the shorter pit stop, and Flapjack a little bit further down the road will come back into things at the last stint of the race, I feel. So I think Alex should comfortably coming back out into 1st place. Fresh set of super softs, and Gadget coming through to retain 2nd place, as Mr. Sean has really closed that gap up. 9 minutes left now. Sean will be good to the end of the race, as he will make these tyres last. First time out on the softer tyre for Gadget. I see he really needs to extend this gap now and make the most of these laps while the tyres are fresh. And Mr. Sean in a really good position now. So I do feel Flapjack will have to pit again, and maybe Gadget as well. So Mr. Sean's really driven a good race today, and Bullet carrying on for another lap. Extreme tyre wear kicking in now. Hit the Mac has pitted, he's out on fresh rubber. He's pitted and retained 6th place. Myself in 7th. You've got JC in the pits now. Mercer just coming over the start finish line, and JC is coming out the pits, comfortably ahead of Mercer for the time being, and should be good. It's gone for the harder compound as well. Should be good to the end of the race from there. Gadget setting his personal best, but I would say Mr. Sean has already closed that gap. So yeah, Mr. Sean definitely finding really good speed on that harder compound. He already seems to be closing the gap up on Gadget up ahead. So 7 minutes of the race left to go. Long laps at Spa. Now I've got a feeling Gadget is going to start struggling with those tyres. So Flapjack coming through in 4th place. Phil Bullet should be... yeah, fuel's critical as well, so Bullet should be diving into the pits now. Hit the Max still got good tyre wear at this stage of the race, not that far behind. So should manage to get ahead of Bullet, as Bullet's going to take a bit of fuel on. Pit stop being extended quite a bit when you take on fuel. So myself coming through in 7th. I think Bullet should comfortably rejoin ahead of me. Let's hit the Mac, come up to Eau Rouge, up to 5th place now. And yeah, Bullet just rejoining the track ahead of myself there, and should be good to the end of the race. Just over 5 minutes left to go. Don't think I'm going to be able to do much to trouble him. JC, shame JC has good speed today. Couple of incidents, same as Mercer, done well to drag that Vulcan round. I do remember testing these cars, and that was an absolute pig. Very quick, but very inconsistent as well. So 5 minutes of the race left to go now, and it's coming towards the end of lap 11. And pretty comfortable gap back to Gadget in 2nd, who is under a lot of pressure from Sean in 3rd now, and decides to pit. Really interesting. Sean just putting the pressure on. I don't think Gadget had an answer for that, for the pace at that stage of the race, and Mr. Sean comfortably up into 2nd place now. So see how close it is between Flapjack, and see what Flapjack can do with these tyres. I don't think he's going to be... I think Flapjack really needed to pit there. There's still 2, maybe 3 laps left of this race to go, but for the time being gains track position over Gadget. Well, I think Gadget will be a little bit too quick at the end stages of this race. Already this gap will get closed pretty quickly. There is really bad tyre wear on Flapjack's car now. So both these drivers have a good enough gap back to Mac in 5th. I think this is only a matter of time now. And yeah, around Puhon, superior grip. Flapjack can only position his car well for so long, and doing very well at the moment, to be fair. Just giving Gadget nowhere to go. Long straight coming up now. Again, Gadget just has to bide his time, find the right opportunity, and he's already done that. Before I get to Bronchman. So Gadget up into 3rd place as Alex pitting from the lead. So we missed out on that. Mr. Sean don't think he's close enough to get the lead. Although, yeah, Alex had 1% of fuel, so we missed that. Two and a bit minutes left to go. Alex just misjudged the fuel levels a bit, and Mr. Sean takes the lead of the race on lap 13, and he's got a reasonable gap to Alex at the moment. And tyre wear's okay. He's going to be obviously going to be a lot slower than Alex, but 2 minutes to go. This could very well be the last lap. So Alex just misjudged the fuel completely there. He was comfortably had the race win in his pocket pretty much. And Mr. Sean's quietly just got on with the job today. Ran his own race, and he finds himself in the lead with less than 2 minutes to go. Hey, Alex will be incredibly quick for this last stint, but he's still got to get past Sean. Right, we'll have a quick run through the grids. We've got Gadget in third place now, good to the end of the race. Flapjack's just got to hold on with those tyres now till the end. Mac in fifth place. Bit of fuel spread further back. Bullet in sixth, myself in seventh, JC in eighth, and Mercer in ninth. So we'll try and stay with this fight until the end now. So I do feel that there's enough fuel spread behind, unless there's any major incidents. Positions will be maintained until the end. Excuse me. Yeah, this is a surprise. But it's a surprise for Alex as well. Alex absolutely on the charge now. 30 seconds of the race, going to be so close if it's going to finish on this lap or not. It's Alex hasn't got much time left. He needs a good exit here and try and get him in the braking zone up into the bus stop. Mr. Sean goes defensive. He's on the inside. Alex goes right round the outside there. Little bit of contact. He muscles back just to get to make the apex, and Alex just about gets the lead of the race. And they do carry on for another lap, but it did look like, yeah, Alex wasn't 100%. He was going to get another lap in and had to really give it all at the bus stop, and he did, and he's thrown it away at the source again in the braking zone. As positions change again on his final lap, Gadget crossing the line in third place, our first official finisher. Flapjack in fourth. Yeah, all kicking off here in the last minute as these two carry on for another lap. Yeah, congratulations Gadget, podium position. Very rare appearance in the Sunday League, and notches up another podium as Mr. Sean goes to the outside. I think Alex was just ditching a penalty there, as he just seemed to come off the throttle a little bit. Mr. Sean takes the lead of the race again. Sorry for shouting, this has gone a bit mental towards the end. I was not expecting this at all. And as it just as he hangs it round the outside. Oh, this is a valiant effort. He does have the inside now. Little bit of door rubbing, fantastic driving from the pair. Alex just does enough now, and I don't think there's much more Mr. Sean can do from here. But wow, what a finish to the race. And yeah, Alex certainly had to work for that at the end. So yeah, other official finishes, Bullet in sixth, myself in seventh, JC in eighth, Mercer in ninth. But yeah, looks like Alex has done enough here. Great drive from the pair. And cracking opener to the Season 5 Drivers' Room Sunday League Tier 1. See, as Mr. Chung is dropping back now, but yeah, that was incredibly close. But it looks like Alex has done enough to bring home the race win of the season in the season opener. So congratulations, Alex. Congratulations, Sean, on the second place. That was Drivers' Room Sunday League. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.